Hi you guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Shamira if you are new to my channel. This video is going to be my work day. In my follow-up work queue, and what this work queue is basically our denial work queue. So sometimes you may have claims come back. I just look at the denial reason on the claim. So sometimes there's going to be codes, like for this one, it denied for a CO9, which is diagnosis inconsistent with patient's age. So I will look at the claim, and I seen that on one of my, or not my, but on one of the neonatology claims, the diagnosis that the provider used was R06.03, which is acute respiratory distress, and the baby's date of birth is 10/4, and the baby's age would have been 2 days old. So for acute respiratory distress, you do not use R06.03. You need to use P22.9 for that diagnosis code when it's a neonate. So let me pull up my P22.9, and that's going to read respiratory distress of a newborn unspecified. So that is why they denied it. So I just have to do a charge correction and fix this one. So R06.03 is going to be changed to P22.9, and I'm going to mark this as charge correction. And the reason is to update primary diagnosis. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at other charges by this patient to make sure they didn't do the exact same thing, and then just fix them all right now instead of waiting for the denial to come back. So let me make sure I have this baby's MRN, because once I make this correction, it might go away. So, oh no, it didn't. Okay, good. So they didn't use it on that charge. Not on that one, not on that one, not on that one, not there, and that was it. Okay, so that one claim went out with the wrong diagnosis. And again, like I said in my previous working vlog, I don't code all of neonatology, only their procedures. So the rest of their E&M, so their like newborn admissions, subsequent days, discharges, those can all go out and be billed out. But I do have to review them if they were to be denied, like I am. So I have another one where it says diagnosis inconsistent with patient's age again, but this time the diagnosis is actually a newborn code. They're using the Z3800, which is single live-born infant delivered vaginally. So I don't know why they're saying diagnosis inconsistent with patient's age. Let me see if there's any comments here. It says the age of the patient does not correlate with the submitted diagnosis code. We build a live-born infant diagnosis, but the patient is already a month old when the service was provided. Please correct the diagnosis. So it looks like this payer, Amir Health, does not want you to use the Z38 codes after the baby's a month old. So I'll just look at the documentation and pick a different diagnosis code. So I need to fix charges through the 21st all the way through the 27th. So let me look at this chart and see if we can pull another diagnosis code. All right, so that's good for that day. What about the 22nd? That's good. The 23rd, 24th. All right, so I think I found some diagnosis codes that I can use. And that's going to be the hypotonia and hydronephrosis, so N1330, and then the hypotonia of the eye is going to be the H44.40. So I'm just going to make sure that they're all on all of these notes. Okay, so it's in that one, let me see. It's in that one. It's in that one. It's in that one. And then I think I have two more to look at. Yeah. Okay. I had a few more denials, but it was weird because I had said earlier that the AmeriHealth did not like the Z3800 once the baby was a month old. Well, I have a denial here by Medicaid, straight Medicaid in PA, and they actually use that Z3800 as like an authorization. So all Medicaid's claims when you're billing for a newborn, you have to have that Z3800 as the primary code. And this baby here was over a month old and they still wanted it. So you just have to pay attention to the payers and how they want their claims billed. I have another denial here, and this time they were denying for duplicate services, and I could not find any other charges that would support a duplicate. So I had to look at the chart, and I noticed that this was a twin delivery. So the diagnosis code that went out was Z3801, but what should have went out was Z3831 to state that this was a twin delivery born via C-section. So the payer may not have noticed that they received two separate claims for two separate babies. And I just have to send this to our biller to let them know, please let the insurance company know that this was a twin delivery. These are not duplicate charges. These are separate patients, so we need to be reimbursed. My next denial after that one was for a patient seen by the same specialty on the same day. So I looked at the charges, and the patient was seen in the office by their PCP for pneumonia, and the provider sent them to the hospital for possible admission. So when they got to the hospital, they seen the same specialty, and they were seen by the same specialty, so a provider that is probably either family medicine or pediatric medicine, whichever one it was. And because they are the same specialty, they cannot bill two services on the same day. Only one provider can bill. So what I had to do was change that office visit, basically void out the charge and put in a no charge for him, because we billed for the admission. Admissions always trump office E&Ms. So I billed for the admission, and I will let the biller know that the office E&M has been voided and we need to receive payment for the hospital admission.